thinking. Well, I guess I'll wait till we go live and we'll talk about all that stuff. Because I was
You're
thinking
live.
about some of the things we talked
Surprise, you
about.
are
Like,
live.
well, I'm live. We're doing it. I was thinking about some of the things we were into. Brainstorming. We're just coming up with ideas. But I was in a thing a couple years back, and it was like professional development stuff. And I've said this a million times. One of my favorite things to do is brainstorm. But we were in like teachers and stuff, so it's a little bit different. They weren't like nerds like us. So they were talking about a brainstorm session, and I'm just like throwing out these, and I kind of look around the table with all these other just normal people looking around, and they're looking at me like, "What are you talking about?" Like, we're brainstorming. We're not brainstorming. We're thinking of smart things to say. Okay, never mind. I'm not talking now. so I was like, "Oh,
you gotta clarify that beforehand."
And other people's brainstormings are not the same thing.
No, you got to clarify that beforehand. Well, welcome everybody to the Cosmos Comic Collective. I missed last time, so catch me up, guys. Where are we at? What are we doing today?
We missed you, John.
Yeah, we missed you. Let's be real here. You didn't miss us. We missed you. So much so, we got everything done, so you don't have to deal with it. Yeah,
none of that is true.
So you gotta draw it.
So, it's one more comic in the bag.
Last I saw in the group chat, Steve still had hair, so Chad was refusing to let it go to print.
You're right.
Well,
You're right.
until we make him bald, you're the third person.
Oh, I got to be the deciding factor, huh?
I think we decided we got to make him bald, right?
Yes, you have to.
Yeah. And we were talking about how to get Dora, which we were talking about these characters, but thinking of the idea of never actually naming them, so they were clearly these characters, but not the characters. Yeah. We started talking about how to get Dora out of the way for Steve to start the quest, because Dora was like the start of the quest.
Oh yeah, we added
this is
Dora.
Your quest. and then Steve were like, how do we get Dora out of the way? So we had come up with the idea of like Dora's like, oh, don't worry, I always have a way out of a situation, and she like whistles or something, and then Swiper comes in, and she picks her up and starts helping her wounds and everything, and Dora looks up, really emotional moment, and her Swiper's looking down on her. She goes, "Good swiping, Swiper. Good swiping," and the Swiper carries her off. So it was a whole big thing. But then I was like, we probably shouldn't be able to. We probably would name Swiper, so we can't say good swiping Swiper.
Call him Swifter.
Good swifting Swifter.
Good swifting Swifter. And it's just a Swifter.
Or maybe it could be like, swipe me away from here, or something like that, to where she's clearly saying the name.
Swipe me away from here. What's
Wiper.
Another word for swiping?
Wipe me away from your wiper.
I think we're starting to get a bathroom humor here at this point.
I actually like.
I meant like window wiper. Come on, geez.
Oh, I'm the problem. I'm the problem.
You ever see that G.I. Joe episode where the Viper is coming?
No.
Oh wait.
Viper.
And they keep thinking it's like, Cobra's new code name Viper is coming, and then it's just a guy with an accent at the end. He's the Viper is coming to wipe your windows.
That's a real episode?
Yeah.
What the
Gen X, baby.
80s were wild, man.
They ran out of ideas.
Yeah, they did. Everything was just
just one
filler
long
episodes
joke.
left and right.
So
I mean, it was really, they were just there to sell toys. So
yeah, no doubt
really
about
matter
it.
what
That's
the
not even
episode was
up
about.
for debate.
They got all my money.
Which is exactly what, has led us to this point, because they obviously brainwashed us all into making this comic about product placements.
They did. Because
all right.
Why not?
So, all right, let's get down to business. Let's really buckle down.
Let's
really
defeat
focus.
the Huns.
Nice.
I know.
Be a man. I don't know if
be a man.
I'm ready for that sort of commitment.
Be a man. You've got what? 6 kids?
Whoa.
Who
that I know of. Nice job.
Man up. Show your son that you can write and draw water jerks.
Water jerks, baby. So we essentially got to that point, didn't we? Steve was on the start of his quest, right?
Yep. So we got the outline where we had Steve and friends arrive at the gate, giant colorful gates. They enter into the gates, find Dora, and rescue her. That's where we stopped because we were doing the outline bullet points.
Okay. So we didn't actually, we talked about like specific things we wanted to do with the hate bears in that time because we didn't want them to look weak.
Right.
We wanted them to still look strong and dangerous.
Yeah.
So I don't quite remember, Chad, what we had said, how we said that it's Steve and Blue and
you. No, that's the new show.
It's Steve and Blue and Backpack.
Yes, Steve Blue.
That's how they found Dora, because Backpack told them that the hate bears came to get her.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we had a whole big thing with Map, right?
Yep. Oh, I put that. If you wanted,
that
to
was
look
going to be my
outline
suggestion
closer,
of how to get rid of Dora. Just say she reads the Map song for. It just keeps going on.
Nice.
I put in the private chat. I put the Google Doc. If you wanted to.
Oh, nice.
Type.
I was going to say, if you could just Control Plus and zoom in a little for the audience. Not that you want them to steal all your ideas, but
there.
It's gold. It's gold.
There we go.
Is it though?
It's gold, Jerry.
Look at all those.
Our best ripoff idea, yes.
Look at all of those grammatical errors.
That's a lot of typos. Looking good. That's all right. It's how you start.
That's right, and that's what I always tell my collaborators. I ain't fixing any goddamn grammatical errors. Just do it.
Not doing any of that.
This is not a novel, okay?
Yep, we're gonna bust it out.
Yeah, anytime they fix them in like the descriptions that I post, I'm like,
stop that.
Stop. I know what you're doing. You just want more money for me to pay you. So I know how this works.
I know what you're doing.
And
I won't accept it anymore.
The answer's no.
Okay, so John, you said you had a couple ideas for how to get Dora out of there and into the quest. Like, we need that moment of like Dorothy following the yellow brick road.
So the gate opens. Oh, they find Dora and rescue her.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they want to get rid of her? Because now she's a nuisance, or what?
I think she was going to be like the again, I'm kind of using in my brain. It's kind of using the template of Wizard of Oz. So Dora was going to be like the one that pushes Steve to the quest. Like, she's the one that says the hay bears are doing this. You know, I'm too injured to help. So you need to go. Yeah,
we have that.
Yeah, you need to go. Build this team to be able to stop the hate bears from doing the thing that they're doing, which I don't think we ever really honed in on what it really was that they were doing.
Yes. Well, what they were doing.
Did we have a thing?
My
memory is swiped. So.
Well, this is why I put stuff in our.
That's why we write it down.
Reveals giant blue tied up for a pot. No, actually, we didn't explain why.
Okay.
What they were looking for.
I think we had some ideas about what they were doing that was wrong or whatever, but I don't think we ever like honed in on something. It was something about mining some kind of material. And they had like the Smurfs, and they had all these other characters mining this material.
Did that have to do something with Crystal Pepsi, or they were the were snorting Crystal Pepsi or something?
Nice. I do remember.
You know what?
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know what? That's what they're doing. They're trying to find Crystal Pepsi.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we had said that. I know it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's hard to keep track of all the ideas.
Dora knows the location of the Crystal Pepsi, or the location of where the hate bears are mining.
There you go.
The Crystal Pepsi.
Nice.
Or bottling, I guess. Mining and then bottling.
Mining's fine. Yeah, we can figure out their distribution network later.
Your distribution network.
So we need to make sure that I want to go back a little bit because we want to make sure that the hate bears, when Steve and Blue and Backpack rescue Dora, we want to make sure that the hate bears don't look like chumps. Right. We want to make sure that they still look menacing and strong.
Well, they killed Boots, remember?
That's right. They killed Boots. That was the ball, tether ball thing, right? Okay. So they killed Boots. And we were coming up with something. We said something about how Blue was a distraction for the hate bears and Steve and Dora like barely got out. You know, I think that maybe like Steve needs to get injured or something somehow because he's a grown man against these bears, but we want the bears to look like they could beat him up. Kind of like how that scene in Ted where Ted and Mark Wahlberg's character are like fighting each other.
I barely remember.
Yeah, but it looks ridiculous, but they wanted to try to make it look like this little bear, would be a threat to him. So we have to try to make sure that the bears look like threats.
Well, we just give them a gun.
Oh, hey bears are just packing.
Well, remember, that was their Care Bear stare, is they just pull out guns. Yeah, it's Care Bear stares, they just take out guns. That's what we get.
I love it. So we line them all up. We see like Steve is about to rescue Dora, and then one of the bears notice, hey, they're kidnapping Dora, whatever. So all the bears turn around, they get in their lineup, and they say, time for the Care Bear stare, and they all just take out Tommy guns. And they're like, that scene where Batman is like, the shots are firing, and Batman is like jumping away from the shots. Like that's Steve with Dora in his hands. He's like jumping out of the gate and like running. But the question is, why don't the hate bears just follow him and kill him?
Because Dora can get anything she wants from her magic backpack, right? That's her whole thing. That's her whole
Steve has backpack.
So maybe Dora pulls out some sort of explosive device, sacrifices herself to give him time to get away.
Okay.
Making it real dark and grim.
I like this because it gets Dora out of the way. It's like she's sacrificing herself, and it gets the hate bears kind of like, we don't have time for these jerks. That we got to go back to the mines.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we need to have time for Dora to tell Steve, follow the Elbrick Road or whatever we're telling him to do,
right?
To be able to get the thing, and then to get to the mines and rescue all the people. Oh, and it gets Dora out of the way.
Right. And obviously the hate bears would be like, he'll never survive the wastelands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they just let him go. They're like, hey, just you can run. It's kind of like a Lion King thing where it's like he'll never survive out there. And
we can use aspects of like because he's in Central Park, right? If I remember, we can use aspects of Central Park. So isn't that the area where there's like the merry-go-round and they talk about the Jabberwocky? We can kind of use that as like a read a book. There's some stuff in there that we can use for like
David's quote, read a book.
so we can use that kind of stuff. So maybe right in that area where we can use that for great visuals. He starts walking through Central Park, and he gets to where the merry-go-round is, and where there's that all that stuff around that area near the zoo. And he meets the first person that he is going to go on this quest with. So whether it's one of the water jerks, which he's nowhere near water, so we should probably wait until he gets near water for that. Or what's the other character? The
shirt tails.
Oh yeah, the shirt tails.
The orangutan, the shirt tails, orangutan, or the good hoods.
The get along gang. The get along gang was one. So maybe meeting one of the get along gangs first is a good idea.
Mortimer Moose.
Mortimer Moose sounds
gang. Get wrecked gang.
Love it. So we could do the whole thing. He's on his skates. So he's like walking through the area of Central Park there, and we see this like foom flying through, and Steve's starting to get like scared and everything. But then this giant, like not giant, but this moose on skates like jumps over him and like knocks him down. He goes, "What are you doing here? Are you blah 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 whatever it is?" So that's the first person you meet. So we were talking about him like, I need to assemble a team, but I think maybe going to like meeting each one individually, like the Wizard of Oz is maybe a more cartoonish, you know what I mean, thing. Or maybe maybe we don't. Maybe we want them to put a team together like an 80s, like Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. What do you guys think?
I mean, that's where my heart is always at. Get the posse together and then roll up on the enemy.
Well, what reason would the Moose even want to join them?
Maybe they've got their friends, like their friends are in the mine.
Yep.
I think there's a way we
killed by the hate bears. Yeah, each person you can find some sort of motivation.
So
maybe Backpack says, if this is going to work, you've got to put together a team. So then we get out map, and for each place on the map, there's the borough, the little areas of the city of Manhattan.
You got to assemble the Avengers.
Yeah, that say this is, if you're gonna put together a team to be able, you need more help than this. So map knows where to go, just like that, like very vague, like map knows where to go to assemble a team.
I know where to assemble a team.
It's
called the homeless shelter.
The map should curse a lot.
Nice.
I think the map should be like an
Don't
A
question
team, like what's it? Face, the guy who smokes the cigars from the A team.
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Oh, is it Hannibal? Yeah.
I think Chad and we'd actually talked about that, where one of them was smoking a cigar and he was like, "Don't tell me what to do."
yeah. No, I think that's the shirt tail or the water jerk.
Oh, that's right. One of them we had said that, but I think it's great.
We're like, hey.
Map is like the swirly sergeant type character.
So Mortimer's friends are in the mines. Yeah. Great. End scene.
End scene.
End scene. We did it.
we did it. Great. Awesome. So then, I mean, Mortimer and Mortimer would have to show off his skills to be totally rad.
Yeah.
To even be useful. So we would have to make it. You can't. So the thing is that just Steve coming up and going, I need a team, and Mortimer going, oh shoot, my friends are in the mines.
Yeah.
That's a reason for me to join. That's great, but we got to be able to convince him.
Sure.
What is Mortimer's shtick?
Mortimer's shtick is he's in a show that's not actually real.
It is real.
Oh, hi, hey, Lori. She's here to misbehave. Yes, you are.
Mortimer Moose is from what? Shirt Tales?
No, that's Get Along Gang.
Get Along Gang. See, I don't know about that.
None of these.
So some of the visuals from Get Along Gang, they had their caboose that was their headquarters. So they had a caboose. So maybe like he comes up against he's walking towards the caboose, and that's kind of like the little sign for the people who are in the know for the Shirt Tales or the Get Along Gang that's coming up. But maybe it's in a skate park. So he's like walking through the skate park, and then suddenly he keeps getting like hit with like things from a skate park, like somebody knocking into him and all this stuff. So maybe there are other people on skates and on skateboards there, other characters, but Mortimer Moose is clearly the leader of this skate park group. And he, and Map is like, that's the guy I was telling you about. And Steve's like, we're putting together a team to stop the hate bears. You can't stop the hate bears. We're just trying to get along here. Oh, see what I just did there? We're just trying to get along here. I just made that up.
Ooh, write that down. I think, yeah, if you lean into the idea that Mortimer was the leader of the Get Along Gang, he would at first be reluctant to follow someone else, right? That's the leader, and then maybe they appeal to his sense of leadership or the fact that everyone in his group is dead, right? Like, I tried to lead them and I failed. Don't you understand?
Yeah.
I can't do it again. Then he's like, I got you. I'm Steve. And then the Map's like, shut up. We got to get somebody else.
We can say something like
shut up. We got to get somebody else. That's the quote right there.
Shut up in your face.
shut you fucking nerd.
Why does he talk like Marlon Brando?
Why are you wearing skates?
We can lean into Steve's kind of saccharine personality that he had in, like that cheery all the time saccharine personality they had, and say you don't have to be a leader. We're a team. We'll do it together. Like kind of like really like lay it on thick for him. He's like, all right, but blah 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 whatever.
Blah 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 blah.
Whatever. That's perfect dialogue right there. If you ask me.
Yeah, you don't have to.
It's perfect. Don't change a thing.
Yeah, the only apprehension, obviously, none of this is written in stone or anything, but if you're kind of just
wearing skates, you're a moose.
Checking off boxes, to get the gang together, like we're going to be like 80 pages into this before we ever get to.
But I think something smart maybe to do is I think we had started talking about this too, is like make sure we set it to a certain amount of pages. Mm-hmm. Right. So we had like 2 pages for this, 3 pages for that. So I think each like member group coming up, like 3 pages.
I think we got to do super like fast about it too. Yeah. And we got to lean into that. Like the whole idea of saying, well, I can't join, blah, 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 would just be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, and just, you don't need to be a leader. We're a team. And that's like, oh man, that's a great reason for me to join. Is like super classical, goofy, old school
80s
cartoon shit.
Yeah. Have them just real matter of factly go, in that case, I'll do it.
Yeah.
In a matter of fact.
We can do it. Oh my gosh, I just thought of something too. When the team finally gets together.
We are brainstorming a script. We are. So Lori, I don't know if I told Lori about this, but basically what we're doing is we're doing old 80s cartoons. 2 of them don't actually exist.
You're a liar.
They don't. It's the Get Along Gang and the Shirt Tails, and I don't believe those are real. And what we're doing is we're doing a post-apocalyptic, I guess,
retelling of these characters, a knockoff homage.
With Steve from Blue's Clues
parody,
Steve and Blue parody as the main characters,
with a little maybe a little political satire in there for good measure.
I'm gonna leave a big note. Make everything in the sense of a matter of fact.
So I thought
that way we don't get too serious.
Yeah, when we get the whole band together, then we did the whole like we talked about the Wiggles coming to like it's gonna take us forever to get there. So we had the Wiggles in the car driving in our big red car, and it was like this really like big smile, like they're crying, they're smiling so hard, but they get in this car with the guys, and that was like the end of beginning of the third part of the story, where Act 3. To where they, that was kind of the cut where the car drives away and they, it's a really surreal scene of these crazy people with these big smiles. So that could still be the end of Act 2, beginning of Act 3. But once they have together, if we're leaning into that, like really sugarcoating it, is like they're all circle around and they're like, we can do it. And they all do the jump up and the freeze in the air.
Like,
we can do it. And then it's like they're just hanging there. And then one of them, probably Mortimer, would be like, "How long do we have to hang here like this?"
That's a good.
The other one is like, I bet we can stop now. And then they like boom, slam down, and that's the beginning of.
I never get used to that.
And Lori, we definitely one of the first were the Snorks. Don't ask me how of all the crap we talked about. They have definitely made their way in here somewhere.
They are. They're the water jerks.
The water jerks. The Snorks.
It's one of the characters.
You got to go back and watch the episode.
Yeah. Sorry, Lori. You have to go get it before everything else.
On our show, we like to, spend a lot of time on ideas we'll never actually go forward with. But it's fun.
We are. Listen, this is the development process. Okay, this is when you're working with a team. This is the real process of brainstorming and everything.
And all joking aside, I actually do think that more people should do this because. It's just like writing an album. The bands that go in with 10 songs, the album is not as strong as the bands that go in with 25 and cut it down to 12. You know what I mean? Like it's a hard thing to do sometimes to leave your babies out, but it's true with comic scripts too. You got to get through, and hopefully we found a rhythm here.
Yeah,
I think so. I think it's all coming together. Also, that the whole like freeze frame thing. There's a Family Guy joke about that where he's like, Peter's like, and
you're right. Yeah.
He froze and he's like, what the hell you do? It's like, Peter, are you okay? I don't know. Lois, I'm scared. Who do I call? I don't know, the police. And it's like he's just frozen.
Can't use that one then.
No,
I think they do the same thing in Not Another Teen Movie also, where they're all dancing and at the end of the dance they all freeze. and then they like sit there for a beat, and they're all just kind of like trying to hold the pose, but they're
Yeah.
moving and all that kind of stuff. I think we can still use the joke. I think it's okay.
I think so. I think it's a fun. I think it's a fun joke. It's classic, and I think even older
That's probably
audience
better
audiences
in
get it.
comic book form anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
show him smacking down to the ground. Just never get used to that.
All right, so who's the next character? We have the Wuzzles,
The Wuzzles.
and we call them the Whatsits.
The
right?
Whatsits. Yep, the Whatsits.
So, we had talked about this being like a big morphed character of a whole bunch of animals together, but I think I was thinking about this the other day. We have so many like dark versions of these characters. I really do think like a great like contrast would be have like one of them that's like there's like one that's I think it's like a hypothesis.
There's a
A
hippopotamus.
hippopotamus and a butterfly.
Yeah, the hippo.
And we can have this character be like really like over the top, cheery and happy. Like, because Mortimer Moose is already like kind of
He's
humdrum.
grizzled.
Steve is not like Steve is just a normal person, I think. So he can make jokes, he can be a little lighthearted, but we need that character that's like over the top, like happy about everything, even when it's all falling apart around her. So what do you guys think of that idea?
I like it. I think it'll balance this out instead of making everybody dark and gritty.
Right.
I also like the fact, and I don't know if we really talked about it, of just making Steve like a regular person.
Yeah.
Hippopotamus, by the way, is
Hippopotamus.
Sure, whatever. You could have said anything, and I would have been like, sure.
Well, to me though,
a butter poopalata.
Sure, whatever,
Yeah,
David. Whatever you say.
To me, Bumble Lion fills that picture in my head more, that he would be like, so over the top.
The only thing I would say is a girl character is probably a good idea.
True.
We could make him a no. So a hippo butterfly.
I think a hippo butterfly would be really like a lot of good.
We don't. Well, it doesn't have to be the exact.
I thought it was an amalgamation, so I thought it was just a combination of all of them.
It's like
we talked about that being like a big blob of a character.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
but I think that's if we already have the big guy with the orangutan from the Shirt Tales, then having another blobus biggest character, unless there's something specific that this character is doing. Write it down. It's a new word I just made. Blobus biggest. One of my teacher friends made up a new word. You guys will like this. We're getting sidetracked, but you'll like this. We were at a thing. Maybe I told you about this, Chad. Maybe not. I think it happened afterwards. But she was talking about being fixated on something and very excited about it, and just kind of trying to get it out fast. She used the word fixated.
Oh,
and I'm not gonna lie. I think it's
definitely appropriate of this era.
Yeah, I'm super fixated about it. I'm fixated, and I'm excited about it.
Very excited.
Making
I like that.
All right, I'm going to share my screen real quick.
Like Skibbity Riz, Ohio. What's up?
Skibbity Riz.
You're going to show your screen?
I'm going to share my screen real quick.
I'm gonna make it a blobfish named Blobist.
It doesn't have to be like a heavy, so to speak. It doesn't have to be like
the way I was thinking of it. And actually, Dave, I do like the idea of the hippo butterfly, but I also like the idea of the amalgamation. It doesn't have to be a giant blob either. In order to show,
I forgot about it, but it could just be because you have distinct features of all these. It doesn't have to be all six, but you put the moose antlers on there with the rabbit ears, with the monkey tail, with the bumblebee, and then there's got to be some story there, right? Somehow.
Well, I think that
they got hooked on the crystal Pepsi and she ate them all or something crazy like that. You think that she's very happy.
No, she's
and then she reveals that she is like high on the junk. I don't know.
Okay, well then you just took what I was about to say.
And maybe there's an aspect of her feeling like she's useless. So she's this kind of like blobby character where butterfly wings stick out from time to time, or you know what I mean, like hooves or horns or whatever. But maybe at one point they get caught in, maybe there's like traps in the mine. So all the characters get caught in this trap on the mine. And it's kind of like, I'm thinking like Temple of Doom in my brain, where they're like, you gotta help us. We're all going to die, And she has to like kind of morph her way into this hole to be able to save them, to get them out of this trap. So she, who feels like she's a part of the team. Like maybe her like battle cry at the beginning is like, "Oh, I'm not here to help. I'm just here for moral support." Or I can't really do anything. I'm just here for moral support. Maybe that's her like battle cry, kind of like Marty McFly, that don't be a chicken kind of thing. Mm-hmm. She's like, "Oh, I'm just here. I can't do anything. I'm just here for moral support." And then she like saves the day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the idea of her being like kind of blobby.
Darcy's gonna hate that animal. Sure. I think she needs to be.
I hate that animal.
There's two things. I like the idea that she's overly positive and just this amalgamation, because it shows into her insanity of why she is overly positive.
Yeah.
Like she just sewed on the body parts or whatever of her friends to be stronger.
I love it. She's a mess, but she's trying super hard to be positive, but you can tell that she feels worthless.
Yeah, man. Maybe this character.
Don't feel bad for the artist, Lori, because I think David's offering to.
David's gonna do it.
Gonna take some time, but I've already got a plan for her in my head. So
you're just gonna draw Lori.
So Mortimer, I would never say that, Lori. Mortimer Moose, his storyline is he doesn't want to be a leader, so we've got to get the leadership aspect in there. The what's its storyline, and we don't have a name for her yet. It's okay.
I'm gonna go back.
Bumble Whistle or whatever we call her.
So Mortimer doesn't want to be a leader.
Yeah, or he's afraid to lead because he led his
The
gang to the hate bears.
The what's it useless feels useless.
Yeah, feels like she's not. I'm just here for moral support. Can't really do anything.
Okay,
I'm just a big blob.
Chad, you're the lead writer on that one. Okay.
What, the Mortimer, or feels useless?
I think you have a special connection with the feels useless Wuzzle.
I mean, I do. But you don't get to call me out by that. Jeez.
You're incessantly positive, but kidding.
I mean, you're right. I am. I try to be optimistic and positive, but
just lean into it. It's okay.
Yeah, the water jerk is fuck it. That's what. That's what I was saying.
That's his story arc.
Yeah, fuck it.
No, I thought and again we don't. You don't have to. Go
I think there needs to be one character.
They were snorting the Crystal Pepsi, and that they're all whacked out of their gourd.
He's got that big thing. So maybe his addiction, like he's addicted. Yeah. So maybe his whole motivation to go is to try to get as much Crystal Pepsi as he can.
Right. No, and then of course that's the double cross, right? Then he reveals that's why he wanted to go, and then he's got to make a decision. Do I snort the Crystal Pepsi or do I save my new friends? That's another easy scene right there. Right?
That crazy speech. I'm not here to stop them making the Crystal Pepsi. I'm here to get all the Crystal Pepsi.
But that plays into the fuck it part, because I guarantee there needs to be a part similar to in like old cartoons where there's just that one guy where they're like, "Hey, you want to join us?" Yeah, sure, whatever.
We could definitely do that too. It'd be pretty.
Did you ever see the Hateful Eight?
No.
No, the Magnificent the Magnificent Seven.
Any of those, they all have.
Okay, they always have that one guy where they're like, everybody has this backstory of why they're recruited, and then there's that one guy, a cowboy, who just shows up.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, all right, cool.
People.
Yeah,
but that could easily be.
The trail is fun though. I do like that idea.
Yeah, that could be Bogey. Bogey could be the one that's just like, all right, let's go.
Because we're kind of running out of pages.
So that's 3 pages for each of those. So we have Mortimer 3 pages. We have the what's it 3 pages. We have the hate, or not the water jerks 3 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're like, they get to the shore. They're like along the shoreline by the Hudson River. And they just like, oh gosh, okay. So it's like the snorks are like, it's a big like it just I hate to use this word, like orgy of snork bodies all around, and
that's
all
the word you had to go with. You could have said like a gaggle, a group, a bunch of dead bodies, but you know what? Never mind.
I'll try to read more books.
He's committed.
Orgy of dead water jerks.
So they're all like laid out, and they're all like drugged out of their mind. and they, you know,
David
maybe
Whalen.
there's the bottles or whatever distribution they're using of all the crystal Pepsi all around, and one of them is just kind of standing up, walking through, trying to help people, and they're like, "We're trying to get to the hate bears to stop this," and he goes, "My people, I must save my people." And then he goes with them, and then like really short explanation for why he's going. I must save my people, and then he goes, and then that's how we justify that he's not. I'm not here to stop him. I'm here to make more of this.
Sure,
I'm making money hand over fist with these world water jerks.
Yeah, he's the one selling it to him.
Yeah,
someone's got to double cross him.
Yeah,
somebody does, and it's not Mortimer. It's actually Blobus Biggest. In fact, we need to make the orangutan. We need to name the orangutan Blobus Biggest.
I don't remember if we picked a name.
Well, Bogey
we didn't pick a name for the water jerk either.
Yeah, Bogey was his name in the show, but we could call him something like Booger. Or
that's what I was gonna say for the water jerk. Since you want to say, we could just make it look like the word "fuck it," like FUKIEET or something like that.
On the shirt,
his name is Bucket.
Like his name is actually like Fukit, but it looks like it says.
Okay.
I like it. Hang on, Fukit. Yeah. Fukit.
Although,
all right,
they actually had very normal names: Casey, Daphne, Dimmy.
Maybe just be FU. I mean, if there's KC, there's FU.
You know what? We'll name him
like CASU.
Let's just name him FU. That's good.
FU.
Or, well, you know what? Fook. FUK. Fook. There.
Right. Yeah, so we have 3 pages of FU. So that's really just 9 pages right there. So we're really only, I'd say maybe 15, 16 pages into it, right?
Sure.
Oh, that's it,
Yeah.
One day's worth of work, right? No problem.
Yeah, I could do that in a week.
Knock it out.
I could throw that into ChatGPT and make it write a huge mess.
Yes.
Sure. I don't think it's a bad idea, actually. But we still need to get orangutan in there, though.
Okay.
All right, orangutan.
So I think that we had talked about we need him. He's the big guy, right? He's the heavy. So they go into another part of maybe their health.
Use a pH. Yeah.
Use a pH. I love it.
His name is pH. Food.
Maybe EPHU.
EPHU?
EPH like F.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. See, we did it. Teamwork. Lori, you need to come with us.
She's a co-writer.
Join us next time.
Join us next time.
So they get there to find orangutan, and we, like I said, we call it, his name was Bogey, like Bogey and McCall, the detective Bogey. We can name him Booger or Bogus or whatever. Bogus actually might be a little 80s style.
I would think in Boogie, but that's the 70s.
I love the cartoon Mr. Bogus, but
yeah, any of those I think work. But something like attacks them, and Booger, whatever we're calling him, just kind of comes in and swoops all these things away. Maybe that's where we get the Smurfs in. The Smurfs, the hate bears send the Smurfs. Because the Smurfs are minding the thing. So the Smurfs start to crowd them, and Bogus just comes in and starts flopping his big arms around, and they're he starts to they're all done, and they're all bloody and breathing. He's and he goes and he just kind of starts to walk away, and Steve's wait. We're going to go stop the hate bears. Do you want to come with us? And on his shirt, he just stands there silently. On his shirt, it just says, friends. And he's yeah, man. Yeah, come on. And then that's when they're they meet the Wiggles, and the Wiggles take them to the place. And that's the end of
how are we going to get there? And no, hang on. I like the idea of how we're going to introduce the Wiggles and everything with the orangutan, but we need to make it so, okay, we've taken this much time to get all of us together, but how the fuck are we have no plan how to get the fuck over there.
Yeah.
And then they're well, we just do what we always do. We travel by map. And that's when the map comes out.
Nice.
The Muppets, because I think we talked about that, where it was just the Muppets travel by map. All right. So the orangutan kills the Smurfs, because we don't really have a name for the Smurfs. I don't even think we need to name them. I think we just just to have them as little like mole people type things, and then,
Yeah.
Right.
people will get
And they
the
can
idea.
still be the blue and like the maybe like ripped and tattered, pants or whatever. But then they can have like we never see their hair except for Papa and Smurfette, so they can have like big like black spiky hair or different colored hair or whatever. So it's kind of the same but not.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe even a slightly different shade of blue or whatever.
Yeah.
So because you know how fucking
We're also
big
kind of getting into trolls area here too. Remember the trolls from the 80s and early 90s?
yeah.
I
They
had
came back.
trolls. Those
So we
are
could
around
easily
in the 90s too.
Yeah, so we could easily say there were any of them. So
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
I'm
we
a
could
troll
do that.
man.
In fact, we could do a mix of them.
Yeah, great.
All the little critters that
kills Smurfs.
will say kiss smushes the Smurfs.
Orangutan is recruited because friendship.
It's
And
so on.
then
It's so on
they
brand, isn't it?
travel. Yeah, they travel by Wiggles' big red car to the hate bears mines. There, and then we're there.
Perfect.
And then I guarantee you, here's what we need to do. We just go fucking hard on them charging in, baiting the fuck out of everybody. Although I guess that takes away our battle tower idea because we couldn't fill that. I mean, really, when we get down to it, we can just make this a recruitment thing with the payoff of like they go in, they fuck shit up, and then they leave. Like the whole thing, we're just gonna say this is about friendship, but the grittiest bunch of bullshit we've ever come up with.
Yeah.
You know?
I like the tower. I think that's a great visual with them, the team standing in front, a long, tall panel with the big tower, and then we could even have like some of the hate bears like in shadow, big glowing red eyes, or maybe big glowing red bellies. You know what I mean? With all their little symbols on it, like circled around.
Yeah,
and just like do like 4 pages of just like slashing hate bears and like everybody fighting and everything. And have the girl, I can't remember what we call her, just kind of like cowering in the like, oh no, I'm just here to hello, okay, hello, hi, how are you? Like being like just brave but very like being scared but very positive about it.
Yeah,
everybody's just like, oh, okay, you're wasted. You're a waste of time. I'm not going to bother with you, kind of thing.
Everyone's just killing the hate bears. Yeah, it's just cartoon carnage. There you go.
I mean,
cartoon carnage.
Cartoon
Actually, that's
carnage.
a good name. That's a good name for a good name too as well.
That actually is a good name.
I think Lord just knocked it out of the park here.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on how much time you want to spend on it. If you want to give them, each character gets their moment, like you said. Figure out ways to. They got to get them out of certain things, or certain hate bears have certain, individual. They have to face down against each one, or whatever.
We're kind of going into the territory of. All right, see you, Lori. She has to go pick up her kid because she forgot them.
Bye, Lori. Thanks for hanging.
Lori does not.
They've been outside in the rain for 8 hours.
So, and it sounds fun. Yeah, we'll let you know. Join us next time, which is what day did we choose?
Oh gosh,
the
3rd? No,
the 12th.
The 12th. 12th, November 12th is when we're doing this next. But let's see. Okay, so one of the things when it comes to 80s cartoons is that the payoff doesn't really matter. It's about the message.
Mm.
So really, yeah, doing the whole team standing, them slaughtering everybody, they saved the day, and then they're like, see, we did it with the power of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the fuck it can be like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Maybe that's where we have the turn, like the where the water jerk turns on them is they beat all these guys up outside the tower, and they're like, all right, we need to get in there to the big bad hay bear. I can't remember what we call them, money bags or whatever we call them. And they go down there like, we're here to put it into you. We're here to put it into this, mining and all this, you stole all our people, you kidnapped all our people, whatever. And then somewhere on the line, he just goes, I didn't really want to do this. I kind of got coerced into it, peer pressure. I'm really sorry. Like he was this really pompous, like jerk, like a tough guy. And then when he's confronted, he's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Like, you guys can go away. And then that's where the water jerk turns on him and says, I'm going to take over this whole operation.
Now I'm the kingpin.
Yeah.
I think we call him Cash Money Million Bear.
Cash Money Million Bear. I love it.
Is that what we called them? Cash Money.
I think we had a couple names for a couple.
We did.
Cash Money. I love it.
Yeah, Cash Money Million Bear Kingpin Cash Money Million Bear.
Kingpin Cash Money.
Actually, Cash Money is a better. Yeah, there we go. Cash Money Million Bear.
Million Bear. Love it.
No,
Cash
with Bear.
Money,
Bear is at the end.
And we had like Death Bear and Stabby Bear and Toxic Bear, and those are all bears that we don't really need to name them, but they have their big symbols on their shirts and everything.
Like Toxic Bear can release some toxic waste they got to get past, and
love it.
One of the characters gets dissolved like in RoboCop, and they got to drive a car through them.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. Hell yeah.
So we could like wrap up all these storylines fairly quickly, because then once Water Jerk becomes the bad guy essentially, then we could go. Mortimer's like, oh no, I've got an idea, or maybe a big like cage crashes down on him or something. I don't know how he'd have that all prepared and ready to go. But
I think they should just pull out a gun and shoot him like the Care Bears.
Answer to everything.
No, but like they tried to do the hate bear glare, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm the best," and then they're all like, "Hate bear glare," and they all pull out their gun.
Nice.
Sorry, I always think it's funny when somebody just pulls out a gun and solves the problem.
Yeah.
It worked in Hellboy. That monkey's got a gun.
That monkey's got a gun. Yep. It also
am I trying too hard to make this make sense, or are we just?
I don't think you're trying too hard. I mean, you want it to be, you don't just want to turn the page and move on.
Yeah, like it has to be cohesive, and right now we just have the outline.
Yeah,
like of what we want to do. So it's like, once we clean it up, would be
maybe the Water Jerk tries to shoot him with hardened Crystal Pepsi, and Mortimer jumps in the way and showing his leadership, and then
nice.
That's where he falls.
I'm starting to think more. We're sitting here thinking about it. Is that the millionaire bear, whatever we're calling him, the Kingpin Bear? Like when he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. My bad. But it's kind of like a red herring. So when he's saying my bad, I'm sorry. Here, everybody can go free or whatever. Then he like turns bad again. He's like just trying to get him to trust him, which they would because they're cartoon characters. You know what I mean? Oh, he's nice now. Great, yay. Yep. And then they like that's when again Water Jerk turns and says, "You idiots! We're not nice. We're the bad guys. You're idiots. Go in the mines." And that's when the two of them working together, and then something else happens after that. I don't know.
Fade to black.
Nothing else happens.
You ended on the mist ending. Everybody just fade to black, right?
Yeah,
just fades to black. It's done. It's like. Just they get in the boat and go away.
I'm like, yep, okay.
So
maybe that's Silent Hill game ends.
Maybe that's the story. Maybe the good guys lose. Maybe the end of it is them losing. Maybe that's the end of our John. Maybe that's the end of our childhood.
Oh, I was going to say you're too invested in all these characters to let it go down like that, right?
I don't know.
You're the one who's really you've been lobbying hard. Like Chad and I could massacre all of them. We don't care.
Right.
But I also like a good dark ending. I like a ending that's dark and sad. So
you know what? At the end, we have to turn the page and do like a Dark Souls type thing. Like you died, but we put childhood ended.
Oh, that actually would be amazing.
I love it.
Childhood over. What's the opposite of a flawless victory?
Nice.
Childhood.
I love that. They were like, and one of the characters could actually say, our childhood wasn't going to last forever. Was never going to last forever. And
I was gonna say, what if a nuke hits them? But
oh Jesus! Didn't you say something like that with Blue? Like Blue being a ghost, and then it was like something about.
Oh yeah, we haven't put Blue in this at all.
We knew we had to grow up eventually or something like that, and then he
Well,
disappeared.
Blue, we knew he had to grow up eventually.
Yeah.
And then she becomes a nuke.
And then Steve shoots them all with the Tommy gun.
Steve shoots them all with the Tommy gun, and then
Every
he
scene
pulls
ends
out.
with someone pulling out a gun.
Oh, I love it. So Steve is the one that that is going to be the adult now, and he's
that actually would be a good twist.
he's destroying his childhood.
But so right before the bad guys lose, or right before the good guys lose, Steve becomes the adult and pulls out a Tommy gun and kills
Always
Million, Bear, and Few.
I think we were saying everybody.
I think he kills everybody.
Oh, kills everybody.
He got them together to wipe them out.
He's destroying his childhood. He is like, it's like the turn from childhood to adult, to where you've like blocked it out. You're done with all of it.
And then childhood over.
Yeah, I think that.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
I think the end scene is Steve kind of just collapsed down. He's got his Tommy gun in his hand and all the dead carnage or cartoon carnage around him. I love it. That title is perfect, Lori. Thank you. And Blue kind of comes up and just starts licking his face, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, girl." And then we turn the page, and it's him, just maybe this is a little cliche, but him just in a straight jacket and a thing, and he's got like the stuffed animal, blue stuffed animal front. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you. It's just like crazy. Is that a little too cliche at this point?
That might be a little too much like the movie Identity, but it's not out of the options.
It's not out of the.
Oh wait, here we go. So let's turn it. He's an adult. Let's make him an adult. So he's saying, "Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Blue," or whatever he's saying. And then we switch to him, a close up on him, and we pan out, and he's like in a suit, and he's got a briefcase, and he's in his office cubicle, and somebody hands him something. He goes, "Oh, thank you. It's blue," and it's a blue folder. "Thank you very much. It's the blue one that I needed. Oh, my lovely life in my key." And we keep panning out, and it's just like all these people in the cubicles click-clacking away on a computer.
Oh boy, now you're getting too close to home.
Adulthood sucks.
And then they fade to black, childhood over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
all right, fine.
The last scene is a bottle of Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, I love it.
Was it real? Was it not?
Yeah. He's got a bottle of Crystal Pepsi on his desk. That's great. Boy, that made me sad.
Yeah, right. You're going to depression city here. Jeez. Does this come with
tissues?
Man, I thought we were gonna end on like friendship saves the day, not this.
Yeah, they do that. They do that freeze frame jump like you guys keep talking about, and then someone just mows them down with the time again. We'll have like 18. We'll have like 18 different endings.
Yeah, but the friendship thing, we could do it right before he's like has that click of realization of all this is my childhood and all this needs to end. Maybe they could do like that whole like remember at the end of Labyrinth, "If you ever need us," and they all kind of like pop up. Yeah, if you ever need us, that kind of thing. That we could like do a thing where each one goes, "Steve, it's okay. It's okay. We're here for you. Whatever you need is what we do."
Oh
whatever
God,
you need from us is what's going to happen. So then he goes, I need to grow up, and he pulls out the Tommy gun and
always with the Tommy gun.
Yeah.
Now you got David doing the Tommy gun.
Yeah, it's got to be a Tommy gun, right?
I'm going on vacation on Saturday, and I was really looking forward to being in a good mood.
Oh,
and now I'm just gonna like sit here and stare.
Well, the good news is you can't get any lower than this. So
nice.
That is true. I can't.
Only up from here.
So we could do
Thanks,
we could do an alternative ending.
Ooh,
to where we have two different versions of this. Nice. The one is adulthood sucks version, and the other is your childhood will never die.
They all come back.
And we
at the
can
end
package them separately.
I think I think that the second ending should be the alternative ending should be all the cartoon characters getting together, busting into the cubicle office hell, and mowing down everybody with a dummy gun.
We're here to break you out, Steve.
We're here for you, Steve.
I really like that, actually. But maybe they kill him with hugs and kisses rather than Tom. If we want a good ending, a happy ending, like they all jump. Maybe he's got a little like stuffed animal on his cubicle, and he picks it up and looks at it, and he is like, "We're always here for you, Steve." And he turns around, and they're all there, and they're hugging, and everything's happy and great.
No, that's a possibility. Or, like you said, like a little hint, like he shows like a stuffed animal in the last scene, or somebody behind him talking, and then there's no page where he turns. Like leave it open. Oh, what happened?
I like that idea. He's got like big bags under his eyes.
Yeah.
Again, kind of sad, but true, honest.
But
true. It's true, man. It's more of a real.
Depression is real.
Yeah.
I like
we've got 5 minutes to wrap up, so we won't spoil you. We have 18 different endings if you are watching this later. If we ever do put out this book and you're watching this afterwards, now you got to see which one we picked. So
we'll never know which one we picked. Do we go happy? Do we go realistic? Is it a tragedy? Is it a comedy? We don't know.
I mean,
it's a dark comedy.
It's definitely, I can say that.
I like how we have aspects of all those 80s things, like Labyrinth. Wizard of Oz is an 80s, clearly, but those like all those like fairy tale things that are popping in.
I do. I like that a lot. We can do nods of the 80s that I wasn't born in. So, like,
kids these days.
Kids.
Yeah. But all right. Well, we can wrap up if we want.
We have no outro music because we can't afford it anymore, because every single thing you do on the internet now wants to charge you $50 a minute to use it. So.
Everything needs to be monetized now. We can't just have some things for fun.
Yeah,
dude, I got an email saying you're not going to be able to receive mail because your Gmail account is.
Oh, my wife got that too.
Yeah, and I'm like,
too many old emails that you got to go back. She had to delete like 100,000 or something crazy.
And I'm like, bro, what happened to when I could just store them all and not have to fucking worry about it?
Yeah.
Fuck yourself. All right, but I'm gonna mow it all down with the Tommy gun. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's a good plan, no matter what.
All right, it's an out to everything.
Yikes! This got dark.
Yeah,
this got dark.
It's an out. You know what? That's fair.
Once you get Chad involved.
Look, I thought before I spoke. I had Tommy guns in my mind. Okay.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. We are back the 2nd and 4th Thursdays, but we got some holidays coming up, so the schedule could change a little bit. Let us know. Comment, of course, always. The YouTube comments help keep it up in the algorithm. So let us know what you thought. If you have any ideas, things we missed, other people we should shoot with the Tommy gun, fictional or real.
Whoa.
Let us know in the comments.
Fictional or real. Well, let me get out my list.
Nice. All right, I've got to sign off. All right,
go ahead.
Cosmos is like an 80s thing, if I remember correctly. Cosmos crack-a-lackin'. No, still not good. That's okay.